a whole bunch of quote unquote relationship experts, man. And we were talking about dating younger women, dating older women, dating women that are already baby mamas, and then adding another baby to it. And briefly, how many kids do you got?
I got 7.
Damn, I didn't even know that. 7 kids. How many?
6 baby mamas.
6 baby mamas, 7
and
kids.
Rest in peace to my first baby mama. She just passed not too long ago, Diane Thomas. Yeah, we was kids.
Okay.
We had my daughter's 38 now. We had her when we was 14, 15 years old. So,
So how old's your oldest and how old's your youngest?
My oldest is 38. My youngest is 2.
Damn, I don't think I've ever heard of a 36-year difference between oldest and youngest.
And I don't need Viagra. I don't need Viagra at all. And the funny that you said that is, I was at this comedy thing and Carlo Miller's came out, and me and my girl was sitting in there, and he got a joke where he's talking about kids being uncles and all that shit. And my son is a great uncle because one of my sons had a little girl, so he's a great uncle. That's my first great grandchild. I got 2.
You got grandkids that are older than your youngest kid.
Yeah, my son is 2.
Yeah, so.
And he's their uncle.
now, can you see how some people see this as a problem? That you having multiple kids by multiple baby mamas? Because how can you be a daddy in how many 6 households?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. It's not that situation. So for me, this is the situation. Each one of my kids I had was different relationships, and they're spread it apart. My oldest daughter I had as a kid, me and her could not have a relationship. It was sexual, and I grew up with her. I knew her. She was my friend. She was like the girl in the neighborhood, the whole little 9. And, she was the girl that everybody protected. And we ended up doing some shit, and bam, I had my daughter. That was my first interaction. My family wasn't the type to take care of the kid for me. So I had to learn how to be a man at the age of 15. But I was in YA. So I didn't get to interact with my daughter until she was 2. So I was 17 by the time me and her interacted. But it's like a slippery slope. It's a funny situation because, with her, we was kids and there was no real love like situation where we was spending a long time with each other and none of that. Hell, I was in camp most of the time. So, it was different. And then after her, I didn't really want no more kids, so I was plastic man for about 12 years. And then my other son came. And then I had Taj, and then I had Tyreek, and then I had my daughter Kobe. And then each one of these, you got to remember, each step is a different relationship with me with a different woman. And I ended up making kids in each one of these relationships. My 2-year-old is my girl that I'm with today. You know what I'm saying? And we made a son, and that's my kid. And I'm that type of dad. I'm gonna be there. A lot of people know me. A lot of people know my brothers. A lot know us, and we take care of our kids. You're
probably a better father now than you was 20 years ago.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I understand the sacrifice. I understand, the lead. I don't want to jump the gun, but I've changed my life in a situation where my kids can hold their heads up instead of like, damn, my dad was this dude, with the other stuff that's behind me, my past and what they say about me. So, I'm a 100% a different dad. I'm more of a dad than anything.
Now, how many of your kids end up in the streets as they grew up?
Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
Hey, man, we gotta. It's hard. It's hard for most brothers to say that, And that's no shade to any of my friends, homeboys out there that got kids that bang, because I know it's hard.
Let me say that on this. I got something to say on that. So, for me, and I'm saying this to any gang member, if you would walk your kid down this road and this road is nothing, it's negative. Some of the stuff I do in schools and I talk about, I challenge kids. I put $100 on the table and I say, if you can name me a successful gang member, you can have this. And they'll tell me Nipsey, they'll tell me Cube, they'll tell me, I even had a kid smart enough to say me. And I said, no, I'm not a successful gang member. I'm a successful businessman. I'm a successful preventionists. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I walked away. Snoop and them was rappers. Nipsey and them was rappers. They weren't successful gang members. They was able to horn who they was and become something else with that reputation still behind them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of dudes that tried to juggle both and they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? They lost their life. They went to jail for life. I'm just blessed and I'm lucky. Trust me, I could have easily been in jail doing life. I've been shot 10 times, 9 different occasions, and my homies know it. And I'm standing, and I just, you know, God got me, and I know that, you know.